Nearly 5 months ago, Derri Verlarde was attacked by an acid-wielding stranger. It happened right outside her Arizona home. The identity of her attacker is a mystery to this day. We have a look back at the brutal assault that captured the nation's attention, and we'll check in with Derri, who's here in the studio. It was 1 p.m. September 3rd. Derri Verlarde was just home from work. Walking toward her Mesa, Arizona home when a woman approached her, carrying what appeared to be a cup of water.
And then she just stopped abruptly and looked at me and just threw it in my face. It was burning intensely, instantly, like fire.
The liquid was actually sulfuric acid, which immediately began eating away at her skin. As the attacker fled, Verlarde's 18-year-old daughter called 911.
She just pulled out of the car. She just got home from work and somebody threw acid on her. What do I do? She has acid on her body.
Just wait for the paramedics.
The mother of 5 was rushed to the hospital with second-degree burns to her face, neck, and back. Initially, the attack was feared to be a copycat. Just days before, 28-year-old Bethany Storrow described a similar incident in Vancouver, Washington. Storrow later admitted the attack never happened. She'd actually thrown the acid on herself. In an exclusive early show interview, Verlarde said she was shocked by the hoax.
I just thought, I can't imagine someone doing this to themselves.
The wounds look very clean. They're going to heal.
In the initial months of her recovery, Verlarde documented her progress in a video diary. Whenever she went outside, she had to be completely covered to protect her painful scars.
So the sun doesn't get me.
Verlarde's children helped, applying ointment to her skin, part of the long healing process.
Yeah, the white helps the
Her
dead
doctors
tissue.
predict a recovery, but they caution some of these scars will never go away. The incident is under investigation. Police are baffled as to who committed the crime.
Right now, what's holding us back is that there is no match in the database for the fingerprints that we lifted from the evidence.
Evidence that could hold the key to allowing Verlarde to finally put the attack behind her. And joining us now exclusively in the studio is Derri Verlarde. Good morning. I just said to you, you look incredible.
Thank you.
And you were showing me a little bit, we saw in the video there, but you were showing me a little bit of your skin right by your neck.
Yeah.
And even though it's been 5 months, I would have thought it would have been a little bit more raw and open. It seems to be healing beautifully.
Yeah, really quickly. I was really surprised.
And doctors must be pretty happy with your progress.
Yeah, it's going really well.
I mean, that's one aspect of it too. It's the physical aspect, but obviously there's so much more that goes along with this, emotionally, mentally, knowing that this attacker is still out there. How's that been for you?
Yeah, the physical healing has been, I think, the easiest part of all of it, and the psychological part that's been hard. Just still that fear, not knowing who did it. Being kind of a little bit afraid to go home, all that kind of stuff. It's been hard. It's been hard on my kids. And
I was going to say, you have 5 kids?
Yeah.
Especially for the littler ones,
yeah.
I would imagine. I mean, do they worry?
My youngest is 12, and yeah.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for her to understand and, take all of it in,
When you, because you would come home from work, regular day, you park your car in your spot, and you get out. When you get out of your car now, has anything changed for you?
Yeah, I get a little bit leery when especially if I'm alone, I notice by myself in a car, if I'm waiting for someone or, I'm just kind of a little bit more aware of who's around me. I'm always looking around, and sometimes I get a little startled if someone comes up to get in their car next to me, little things like that.
Understandable. Yeah. It's incredible. They actually found the cup in a trash can.
Yes.
That was used in this attack. They confirmed it was sulfuric acid in that cup. Fingerprints were taken from it, and yet there's been no match for that. There are no leads.
Unfortunately.
Do you have any idea, why anyone would target you in an attack like this?
I really don't. I still, after all these months later, I still, it's, because it was so personal, I think it's kind of limited possibility of who it could be, but it's hard to say.
You learned recently, because of course this happened right after Bethany Storrow, we thought was attacked with acid, then it came out that she had thrown the acid on herself. We talked about that afterwards. It was devastating for you. Police in both cases, the police in your case in Arizona, were actually talking to the police in Washington.
Yeah, apparently they had called my detective right after it happened to me, and they wanted some information. I think they were onto her pretty quickly because they wanted to know about wounds and how it was splashed on my face and things like that. And they wanted photos of me, to kind of compare, things like that.
Was that hard for you when she came out and said it was a hoax? I mean, did you ever think people are going to say, "Oh, I did this to myself"?
Oh,
rather?
yeah, I was really, I was concerned about that. I thought, I didn't want to read stuff online, because I was a little bit nervous that people would think, oh, she did this to herself too, and, people talk.
Yeah.
But I thought, the truth will come out, so I wasn't that worried, but I was a little bit nervous about that.
So where do things stand for you almost 5 months later? How has your life changed since this attack?
It's changed quite a bit, and it's been kind of difficult, and I still haven't gone back to work, and I've been staying out in LA for a little while, just recovering, and it's kind of been hard being away from family and friends and stuff, but I think I need to do that right now for me.
Have you had any counseling?
No, actually not yet. I do plan on getting some.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't think I needed it, but now, reflecting back, on some things, it'd be a good thing.
A lot to take in. Well, we appreciate you coming back, letting us know how you're doing, and stay in touch with us. We'd love to.
Oh, thanks for having me
Hopefully
back.
get some news too from the investigation. So we'll stay on top of that as well. Derri Verlarde, thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.